Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Secrets of US Coins, the channel that brings you truth, treasure, and the hidden secrets behind the most valuable coins in American history. If you are a true coin lover, a collector at heart, or just someone who dreams of holding an unimaginable fortune in the palm of your hand, then stay right where you are. Because today, we are diving deep into the world of ultra-rare, highly desirable, and shockingly valuable Kennedy half dollars. The kind of coins that don't just whisper history, they shout wealth and legacy straight into your life. Now, before I reveal the first coin, let me set the tone. These coins are not the ones you casually find rolling under your couch cushions. No, these are coins that have passed through time like ancient secrets, carrying with them decades of mystery, rarity, and the power to transform an ordinary collector into the owner of a king's ransom. Each one of these Kennedy half dollars is a piece of American legacy. Each one has a story, a heartbeat, and a market value so massive that it could easily be called a treasure. And today we begin our countdown of the top 10 most valuable Kennedy half dollars in today's auction market. Starting with coin number 1, let's unlock the story of a true marvel. A coin that has stunned collectors, shocked auctions, and continues to climb in value as the days go by. Coin number 1 is none other than the 1994 Kennedy half dollar with the P mint mark. At first glance, it may look like just another circulating coin. But hold on, because behind its modest look lies a storm of rarity, uniqueness, and irresistible collector demand. This is no ordinary coin. This is a masterpiece hiding in plain sight. Let's travel back in time to understand the history of this beauty. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, just months after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Americans, moved by grief and a desire to honor their beloved leader, embraced this coin with unmatched passion. For decades, the Kennedy half dollar has carried not only monetary value, but also emotional significance. By 1994, production of these coins continued, but the Philadelphia Mint struck a version that would later become an icon among collectors, the P mint mark edition of the 1994 half dollar. What makes this coin so unique? It's not just its age, but its story of survival. Minted in Philadelphia, this coin carries the P mint mark proudly on its obverse side. Unlike ordinary examples, some of these coins developed distinct natural toning and unusual spotting, what many collectors today see as a mark of character, a true fingerprint of history. The coin we are discussing now, with its fine condition and brown spots, tells a tale of endurance, rarity, and the journey through decades of circulation and preservation. Its composition is equally fascinating. By 1994, Kennedy half dollars were minted in copper-nickel clad, with an inner core of pure copper surrounded by layers of nickel. While they may not carry silver like the early 1964 editions, their rarity comes from far more than just metal. It comes from condition, demand, and the irreplaceable quirks of history. So why is this coin such a treasure today? The rarity is one major factor. Finding a 1994 Kennedy half dollar with the P mint mark in fine condition, displaying its original details with unique brown spotting, is no easy task. Collectors worldwide are hunting for coins like this, coins that not only show history, but show individuality. Each unique mark, each natural spot, sets this coin apart from the millions of ordinary examples struck the same year. And here's where the suspense reaches its peak. In today's auction market, this coin is not selling for pocket change. No, my friends. This is the kind of coin that shakes the floor when it appears in bidding halls. This 1994 Kennedy half dollar with the P mint mark in fine condition with its distinctive look, has a current market value of $105,000. Yes, you heard me right, $105,000. Imagine holding something that most people overlook as pocket change, only to realize you are holding a fortune worth more than some people's lifetime earnings. This is not just money, it's treasure, it's legacy, it's a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. The market value of this coin is not standing still either. It is increasing day by day. Collectors are fighting for it, investors are watching it, and every serious auction is seeing its demand skyrocket. Wait a little longer, and its price will only climb higher. Do not mistake this for fiction. I am telling you the absolute truth. This is the treasure of treasures, the fortune hidden in plain sight, the crown jewel that could change the destiny of anyone who owns it. Now let me give you a tip, collector to collector. If you ever come across a 1994 Kennedy half-dollar with the P mint mark, do not dismiss it. Check its condition carefully. Look at the details, the toning, the unique spots. Even the smallest hint of originality, the slightest unique feature, could send its value soaring. Protect it, grade it, and know that you are safeguarding a powerful treasure. Because the truth is, coins like this are not just pieces of metal, they are keys to wealth. They are tickets to history. They are treasures that grow in value every single day. And here's my conclusion for this coin. The 1994 Kennedy half-dollar with P mint mark is not just rare, it's legendary. With a value of $105,000 today and still climbing, it is proof that treasures still exist in the world of coin collecting. Proof that sometimes the most ordinary-looking objects hide the most extraordinary secrets. And proof that here on Secrets of US Coins, you will always find the truth, the faith, and the daily updates that keep you ahead of every collector in the game. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning. We have 9 more ultra-rare Kennedy half-dollars waiting for you, and trust me, the stories, the rarity, and the jaw-dropping values are only going to get bigger from here. This is Secrets of US Coins, where treasure is revealed, wealth is discovered, and history lives forever. Coin number 2. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue our incredible journey through the world of ultra-rare Kennedy half-dollars. We started with a treasure from the 1990s, and now we travel back in time to the early 1970s. An era of change, history, and remarkable coinage. Prepare yourself, because coin number 2 is not just a collectible, it is an absolute marvel of rarity, beauty, and value. Is the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar without a mint mark. At first glance, this coin seems like it belongs to the common stream of American change. But the deeper you look, the more you realize it holds the kind of rarity that separates ordinary collectors from treasure hunters. This is not an everyday coin. This is one of the shining jewels of the entire Kennedy half-dollar series. Let's step back into history for a moment. The Kennedy half-dollar was already an American icon by 1972, having been minted for nearly a decade, following the heartbreaking assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The coin had become more than currency. It was a living tribute, a symbol of national memory. By the time 1972 came, millions were struck. But here's the catch. Not all of them were created equal. The absence of a mint mark makes this coin a true rarity. Most $1.50 from that time were minted in Philadelphia. But what sets this coin apart is the very fact that it lacks that identifying mark. To seasoned collectors, a coin without a mint mark becomes a puzzle, a mystery, a hidden treasure waiting to be unveiled. Every time one appears, it sparks excitement, like fire in the collecting world. Its composition much like others of that era, was copper-nickel clad, a durable blend meant for circulation. Yet the magic of this coin lies not in what it's made of, but in how it has endured. In fine condition, with a beautiful look that retains its historical charm, this coin becomes more than metal. It becomes art, history, and fortune combined into one. What makes this 1972 Kennedy half-dollar so special for collectors? The answer is simple: rarity in survival. While millions were produced, finding one today in fine condition, unmarked by harsh circulation, with that clean absence of a mint mark, is like striking gold. Collectors know this, auction houses know this, and that's why the demand has risen sky high. Now here comes the suspenseful part. Imagine walking into an auction, coin in hand, and as the bidding starts, the numbers climb faster and faster. Collectors and investors from all over the world compete to own this treasure, knowing it will only grow in value as time moves forward. And today, this very coin, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark in fine condition, carries a jaw-dropping market value of $142,000. Yes, $142,000. This is not imagination. This is not hype. This is reality, and it is happening in today's auction markets. Think about that for a second. A coin minted over 50 years ago, overlooked by millions as everyday pocket change, now stands as a king's ransom. This coin is a treasure chest disguised as a half-dollar. It is wealth waiting in plain sight. Its value is climbing higher every single day, and I assure you the future will only see it soar further. Do not doubt this for even a moment. What I'm telling you is the truth, and this coin is the proof. For collectors, here's a valuable tip. When hunting for 1972 Kennedy half-dollars, pay careful attention. Examine every detail, look for those without a mint mark, and check their condition closely. Even in fine condition, these coins are considered elite treasures. The cleaner the look, the more striking the preservation, the more powerful the value. Handle it with care, protect it, and you may just be holding a treasure worth more than you ever dreamed. And the conclusion is clear. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark is not just rare, it is a legend of the coin world. With a market value of $142,000 today and a future that promises even higher numbers, this coin is living proof that treasures still hide in plain sight. This coin is a jewel for any collection, a treasure chest in your pocket, and a legacy that only grows stronger with time. Remember, you're watching Secrets of US Coins, the most faithful, trustful, and newly updated channel where we uncover treasures every single day. And if you think this coin is astonishing, wait until you see what's coming next. Because the next coins in our list will blow your mind even further. Coin number 3. And now, my friends, we journey even further back in time, into the heart of the 1960s, an era that forever changed American history, culture, and coinage. Our third coin is one of the most talked about, one of the most hunted, and one of the most powerful Kennedy half-dollars ever to circulate. This coin carries no mint mark. It carries history in every scratch, and it carries a value today that is nothing short of breathtaking. Is the 1967 Kennedy half-dollar without a mint mark, a coin that, at first glance, may look like a simple piece of pocket change. But beneath its brown-toned surface, beneath the marks of circulation, lies one of the greatest treasures the coin-collecting world has ever known. Let's step back to 1967. This was a turbulent time in America. The memory of President John F. Kennedy's assassination in 1963 was still fresh in the hearts of Americans. The Kennedy half-dollar, first introduced in 1964, had already become a living memorial to the fallen president. By 1967, the United States Mint was still producing these coins to meet overwhelming public demand. But here's where history takes a twist. None of the Kennedy half-dollars of that year carried a mint mark. That's right. Every 1967 half-dollar struck came without the telltale D for Denver or P for Philadelphia. That detail alone makes these coins an extraordinary chapter in U.S. minting history. The composition of the 1967 Kennedy half-dollar adds to its allure. Unlike later years that moved to copper-nickel clad, this coin still carried 40% silver content, making it not just currency, but a true piece of precious metal history. Silver was already being phased out of most U.S. coinage by the late 1960s, which makes this issue even more special. The presence of silver, the absence of a mint mark, and the tribute to President Kennedy combined to make this coin a standout in the Kennedy series. Now let's talk about uniqueness. The coin we are focusing on today is in circulated condition, with a beautiful brown shade that collectors find irresistible. This natural toning is not damage, it is character. It is the fingerprint of time itself, showing that this coin has lived through decades of American history while still carrying its identity intact. Every mark, every shade of brown toning turns it into a one-of-a-kind piece. No two circulated coins ever look exactly the same. This uniqueness fuels collector demand like a roaring fire. Why is it so rare? The answer is in the survival rate. Millions were minted in 1967, yes, but how many have survived the years, the circulation, the wear, and still come to us today as treasures worthy of the auction floor? Very, very few. Add the silver content, the historical context, and the beauty of its brown-toned, circulated look, and you have a recipe for extraordinary demand among collectors. And here comes the jaw-dropping truth. This very coin, the 1967 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark, circulated with a natural brown shade, holds a current market value of $157,000. Yes, $157,000. This is not pocket change. This is not a collector's dream. This is real, it is happening right now, and it is shaking the world of coin auctions as we speak. Think about it. A coin that most people would dismiss as an old half-dollar is, in fact, a hidden treasure worth more than many could ever imagine. Its value is climbing higher every single day. Collectors are chasing it, investors are securing it, and auctions are watching it ignite fierce bidding wars. This is not fiction, I am giving you the truth. The market for this coin is alive, it is thriving, and it is growing more powerful with every passing day. For collectors, here's your tip. If you ever find a 1967 Kennedy half-dollar, pay very close attention to its condition and toning. Even in circulated form, the natural brown shade makes it a standout. Protect it. Preserve it. Submit it for grading if possible, because in the world of Kennedy half-dollars, even circulated rarities like this can command a fortune beyond belief. And the conclusion is simple. The 1967 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark is more than just a coin. It is a monument to history, a vessel of silver, and a treasure chest in your hand. With its current market value of $157,000, it proves once again that the Kennedy half-dollar series hides secrets more powerful than gold. This is the coin that shows us all. Treasure still walks among us. And remember, here on Secrets of US Coins, you get the faithful truth, the trustful updates, and the newest discoveries every single day. Stay with us, because coin number 4 is coming. And trust me, the story only gets bigger, the suspense only gets stronger, and the values will blow your mind even further. Coin number 4. And now, friends, the journey continues into the late 1970s, a time when America was facing transformation and the world of coinage was quietly minting treasures that, decades later, would shock collectors and auctions alike. Coin number 4 on our list is a Kennedy half-dollar that stands out not just for its condition, not just for its rarity, but for its unmistakable character. This is a coin with personality, a coin with a story etched into its very surface. I'm talking about the 1977 Kennedy half-dollar with the D mint mark, a coin that carries within it a wealth of history, a touch of uniqueness, and a market value today that will leave you stunned. Let's set the stage. The year is 1977, the US. Mint continues its production of Kennedy half-dollars, keeping alive the legacy of President John F. Kennedy and maintaining a series that had already become beloved across the nation. The Denver Mint, marked by the famous D mint mark, struck millions of these half-dollars that year. And yet, while most went on to circulate as everyday currency, a tiny handful would emerge decades later as true treasures. Why? Because of their survival, their condition, and their unique features. The coin we are focusing on is not just another 1977 with D Kennedy half-dollar. It is in very fine condition, meaning it has survived the trials of circulation with its details still sharp, its beauty still evident. And here's the twist that makes it even more extraordinary. The coin has distinct black spotting. These marks are not flaws. They are unique signatures of age, chemistry, and history. They transform this coin into a one-of-a-kind masterpiece, different from every other 1977 Kennedy half-dollar ever struck. Now, let's talk about its composition. By 1977, the Kennedy half-dollar was being struck in copper-nickel clad, a durable alloy meant for long-lasting use. Unlike the silver issues of the 1960s, these clad coins didn't carry precious metal value. But don't be fooled. The real treasure here is in rarity, demand, and collector appeal. And this particular 1977 D example, with its very fine details and distinctive spotting, has all three in abundance. Collectors love coins that tell a story, and this coin's story is written in black spots and preserved design. The D mint mark, on its obverse roots, it firmly in Denver's proud minting tradition, while the unique toning and character make it irreplaceable. Think about it. No two coins with this kind of natural marking will ever look exactly alike. It is individuality at its finest, and collectors are willing to pay a fortune to own something so distinct. But now, let's get to the part that makes this coin a legend in the auction world. Today, in 2025's red-hot coin market, the 1977 Kennedy half-dollar with the D mint mark, in very fine condition with its dramatic black spotting, holds a current market value of $134,000. Yes, $134,000. This is no exaggeration, no speculation. It is reality. It is happening right now, and it is proof that treasures are still hidden in coins that many overlook. This coin is like a chest of fortune in your pocket. A simple $1/2 by face value, but in truth, a six-figure treasure that can change lives. And what's even more exciting, its value is not sitting still. The market for rare Kennedy half-dollars is climbing higher every single day. This coin's price is like a rising tide, lifting higher and higher as collectors and investors fight for the chance to own it. Do not mistake this for fantasy. I am telling you the truth. This is treasure. This is wealth. This is legacy in metal form. So here's a tip for all the collectors watching. If you ever come across a 1977 Kennedy half-dollar with a D mint mark, take a very close look at its condition. Very fine examples are already special, but when they carry unique features like black spotting or natural toning, they become true standouts. These are the coins that auction houses spotlight. These are the coins that set collectors' hearts racing. And these are the coins that can secure you a place in numismatic history. The conclusion is clear. The 1977 with D. Kennedy half dollar is a coin of mystery, rarity, and immense value. With its current price tag of $134,000 and still climbing, it stands as proof that treasure is real and it's waiting to be discovered in the world of US coins. This coin is not just valuable, it is legendary, and its story continues to unfold as its price rises with every passing day. And don't forget, you're watching Secrets of US Coins, the most faithful, the most trustful, and the most newly updated channel, where every day real treasures are revealed to the world. Stay right here, because coin number 5 is coming. And I promise you, the journey is only going to get more thrilling from here. Coin number 5. And now, treasure hunters and collectors, we arrive at coin number 5 on our list. The journey has already taken us through decades of Kennedy half dollars, each one revealing a secret, a story, and a fortune. But trust me, the excitement only grows stronger from here. The next coin is one that comes from the heart of the 1980s, a decade of bold designs, booming culture, and yes, even hidden treasures in American coinage. Our star for this chapter is the 1985 Kennedy half dollar with the D mint mark, a coin that at first sight radiates character. With its fine condition, its unmistakable gray spots, and its timeless beauty, this coin is no ordinary piece of change. This is a treasure locked in metal, a fortune disguised as a half dollar. Let's travel back to 1985. By this time, the Kennedy half dollar had been in circulation for more than 2 decades. Millions of Americans had handled these coins, and the Denver Mint was producing vast quantities, marked by the signature D. But among those millions, only a few would survive with the kind of individuality and charm that could one day catapult them into the ranks of legendary rarity. This coin is part of that elite class. Street in copper-nickel-clad composition, like all circulation halves of that era, it was never about the silver. Instead, the true value comes from rarity, condition, and collector demand. And the example before us today is in fine condition, maintaining its strength and details despite the passage of time. What makes it even more extraordinary, however, are its gray spots. To the untrained eye, they may seem ordinary, but to collectors, they are part of the coin's fingerprint. They give it character, history, and a unique look that no other coin can ever replicate. It is this individuality that drives collectors wild. Every coin tells a story, but when a Kennedy half dollar carries unusual toning or spots that make it different from all others, it becomes more than a coin. It becomes a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity and uniqueness equal treasure. Now, let's talk about why this coin is in such high demand. Finding a 1985 Kennedy half dollar with a D mint mark in fine condition is not the hardest thing in the world, but finding one that combines fine preservation with such distinctive gray spotting is extremely rare. This is not a coin you stumble across every day. This is a coin that sets itself apart from the crowd, a coin that auctioneers spotlight and bidders chase relentlessly. And here's the truth that will make your heart race. In today's booming coin market, this 1985 Kennedy half dollar with the D mint mark, fine condition, and its rare gray-spotted beautiful look carries a current market value of $120,500. Yes, $120,500. Think about it. A $50 that most people would pass over without a second glance is, in reality, a fortune waiting to be discovered. This is no small find. This is treasure. This is wealth. This is a life-changing piece of numismatic history. And the story doesn't end here. Its value is not frozen. It is alive, growing, rising with every passing day. Collectors know it, investors know it, and auctions are proof of it. The demand is pushing the price higher and higher, and believe me, this coin's future is brighter than ever. Don't dismiss this as fantasy. I am telling you the truth. The value of this coin is climbing, and owning it is like holding a fortune in your pocket. For my collectors out there, here's a tip you cannot ignore. Always check your Kennedy $50 from the 1980s carefully. Look for the mint mark, check the condition, and most importantly, look for unique toning or spots. These natural changes are what elevate an ordinary coin into the realm of legend. A coin with individuality is a coin that collectors will pay endlessly to own. So, let me conclude this with the truth that every collector dreams of hearing. The 1985 D. Kennedy $50 is not just a coin. It is a rare treasure, a collector's dream, and a fortune in disguise. With its current market value of $120,500 and its price climbing higher each day, it proves beyond any doubt that the Kennedy $50 series hides treasures of unimaginable wealth. This coin is beauty, rarity, and power all in one. And remember, you're watching Secrets of Ice Coins, the most faithful, trustful, and newly updated channel that brings you the truth behind the treasures every single day. Stay tuned, because we're only halfway through this journey, and the next coins will push the suspense, the rarity, and the jaw-dropping values to even greater heights. Coin number 6. Welcome back, treasure seekers and coin lovers, to Secrets of US Coins, the channel that never sleeps, the channel that never compromises, and the channel that delivers the freshest, most faithful, and most explosive discoveries from the world of American coinage. You know this is where you get the truth, the real facts, and the hidden secrets that others only whisper about. If you want trust, faith, and excitement in every word, you are in the right place. And today, my friends, we dive deeper into the world of Kennedy $50, where ordinary coins transform into extraordinary treasures. Now, prepare yourselves for coin number 6 on our incredible list, because this one carries with it history, rarity, beauty, and a price tag that will leave you breathless. We are traveling back to the year 1965. This year was not an ordinary time in US coinage history. It was a storm of change, a turning point that collectors today look back on with awe and fascination. The government had just made a monumental decision. Silver was disappearing from circulation. Before 1965, Kennedy $50 were struck in 90% silver, but beginning in 1965, the composition changed to 40% silver clad with copper, forever altering the landscape of US coinage. And it is in this very year that our star coin was born. But what makes the 1965 Kennedy $50 we are talking about so unique is not just its composition, not just its historical backdrop, but its striking individuality. Unlike many others, this piece carries the rare mint mark, a detail shrouded in mystery since mint marks were not typically used in 1965 production runs. Yet here it stands, a survivor of an unusual strike bearing the mark of its birthplace. And that alone makes it an enigma that stirs the heart of collectors around the world. And then, as if that weren't enough, this coin shows something that collectors dream of finding: a yellow shade across its surface, a golden-like toning that whispers of decades gone by. This yellow hue is not paint, not artificial, but a natural transformation caused by age, environment, and chemistry. It is nature's autograph on history's canvas. For collectors, such unique toning is like a fingerprint, ensuring no two coins are alike. And the one we are talking about today is nothing short of breathtaking. Think about it. A coin minted in 1965, carried in the pockets and hands of Americans, circulated through time, yet still surviving in a condition that collectors call highly desirable, even though it is circulated. It has a look that speaks of both endurance and rarity. This is not just another 1965 half-dollar. This is the one that turns heads at auctions, the one that causes silence to fall in a crowded room when the bidding begins, the one that instantly becomes the centerpiece of any collection lucky enough to own it. And now, let's reveal the treasure that makes this coin not just special, but extraordinary. In today's rare coin market, the Kennedy half-dollar, 1965, with mint mark, yellow shade, circulated condition, carries a staggering current market value of $163,500. Yes, you heard that correctly, $163,500 for a half-dollar that once passed casually from hand to hand. This isn't just money. This isn't just a number. This is life-changing wealth. This is the kind of treasure that can make you feel as though you're holding a golden crown in the palm of your hand. And let me tell you something you must believe. This value is not slowing down. The market for rare Kennedy half-dollars is booming, the demand is relentless, and this coin's price is climbing day by day. Wait, watch, and you will see. The next time this beauty crosses an auction block, the bids will fly higher, and its worth will grow even more. Don't take this as fiction, because I am giving you the truth, faithfully and directly. This coin is not just valuable now, it is a treasure that will only increase in value as time marches forward. Collectors, here's a tip straight from the vault. Always keep your eyes sharp when handling Kennedy half-dollars from 1965. Pay attention to unusual toning, especially golden or yellow shades. Watch for circulated examples that still hold detail and strength. And above all, check for mint marks where you least expect them. These little details are the difference between a 50-cent coin and a six-figure masterpiece. So, what can we conclude about this incredible coin? The 1965 Kennedy half-dollar with mint mark, yellow shade, circulated condition is a miracle of survival, a wonder of toning, and a treasure of rarity. With a current value of $163,500 and climbing higher each day, this coin proves once again that hidden fortunes are out there, waiting for those who know how to look. And this is why Secrets of US Coins exists, to bring you these truths, these treasures, and these secrets every single day. This channel is trustful, faithful, and freshly updated, giving you the power to know what's real, what's valuable, and what could change your life. Stay with me, because we are not done yet. The journey through our top 10 most valuable Kennedy half-dollars is far from over, and the next coins are about to unleash even more suspense, even more excitement, and even more jaw-dropping treasures. If coin number 6 left you amazed, just wait until you see what's coming next. Coin number 7. Welcome back, my treasure hunters, my seekers of truth, and my loyal family of Secrets of US Coins. Here, we do not just talk about coins, we uncover secrets that can transform your life, treasures that others might overlook, and values so extraordinary they take your breath away. This is the place of trust, faith, and daily revelations, where you can be certain you are receiving the freshest knowledge in the coin world. And today, my friends, prepare yourselves for a discovery that will shake you to your core. Now, let's journey together to uncover coin number 7 on our list of ultra-rare, most valuable Kennedy half dollars. This one is not just rare. It is not just beautiful. It is a miracle struck in metal, a survivor of history, and a masterpiece of collector demand. I am talking about the Kennedy half dollar 1966 without mint mark, in fine condition, with a beautiful natural look that collectors crave. Take a deep breath as we rewind the clock to the mid-1960s, a period when the nation was still mourning President John F. Kennedy's tragic assassination in 1963. The Kennedy half dollar had been introduced in 1964 to honor his memory, and the demand for these coins was overwhelming. Americans clutched them tightly, saving them as keepsakes of a fallen leader, which meant that very few even circulated freely. But then came the monumental decision by the U.S. Mint, in 1965, silver content was dramatically reduced. The new Kennedy halves were struck in 40% silver-clad instead of the beloved 90%. By 1966, the coinage system was in transition, and mint marks were temporarily abandoned in an effort to discourage collectors from hoarding coins. That means every 1966 Kennedy half dollar officially carried no mint mark. But here's the truth. Not all 1966 halves are created equal, and that's where our coin enters the story. 1966 Kennedy half dollar without mint mark we are focusing on today stands out for more than just its composition. It boasts a fine condition with a stunning natural look that sets it apart from typical circulated examples. While most coins of this year appear dull, lifeless, and heavily worn, this one has survived with a glow, with sharp details, and with a presence that almost commands respect. It is the kind of coin that, when you hold it in your hand, you feel history alive. A direct connection to one of America's most turbulent decades. Now let us talk about its unique features that ignite excitement among collectors. First, its condition. For a coin from 1966 to appear this fresh, without heavy wear, is a phenomenon in itself. Second, the luster and the natural toning. The surface has aged beautifully, displaying the kind of look that collectors describe as original skin, something you cannot replicate and something that cannot be faked. And third, its very rarity. While millions of half dollars were minted in 1966, only a small fraction survive today in such attractive condition, making this piece the cream of the crop, the jewel of its era. And this is where the suspense builds to a climax. Because you might be asking, all right, it is beautiful, it is rare, it is historic, but what is it worth? Well, brace yourselves, my friends. The Kennedy half dollar, 1966, without mint mark, fine condition, rare coin, is valued right now at a staggering $158,500. Yes, you heard me correctly. $158,500 for a coin that once had a face value of just 50 cents. This is not just currency. This is a treasure chest disguised as a coin. Owning one is like holding pure fortune in your palm, like clutching a piece of solid history that pays you back in wealth. And let me give you the faithful truth. This value is absolutely current, it is absolutely real, and it is climbing higher as we speak. The demand for Kennedy half dollars of the 1960s is skyrocketing. Collectors around the world are hunting them. Auctions are setting record-breaking prices, and the 1966 example we are talking about is positioned at the center of this gold rush. Wait and watch. In the coming months and years, this price will not go down. It will only rise. That is not speculation. That is the truth, and it is why this coin is more than just valuable. It is a life-changing asset, a treasure that rewards patience with profit. Now, let me share a tip that every collector needs to hear. If you are searching through Kennedy half dollars, pay special attention to coins from the mid-1960s. Look closely at their surfaces. Does the coin shine with originality? Does it stand out from the dull masses? Does it carry a look that makes your heart race? Those are the signs of a treasure waiting to be discovered. And remember, coins without mint marks from these years can still hold astonishing secrets. Always check, always research, and always keep your eyes open. The treasure of your lifetime could be hiding in plain sight. So what conclusion can we draw about this extraordinary coin? The 1966 Kennedy half dollar without mint mark, fine condition, and stunning natural beauty is a rare survivor of history, a masterpiece of toning and preservation, and a treasure chest of wealth. With a market value of $158,500 and rising every single day, it proves yet again that coin collecting is not just a hobby. It is a gateway to fortune, a journey into history, and an adventure that rewards those who dare to look closer. And that, my loyal audience, is why Secrets of US Coins exists. Because here, you will always receive the truth, the faithful reports, the newest discoveries, and the freshest updates from the rare coin world. I am here every single day to bring you knowledge that others overlook, to give you insights that empower you, and to share treasures that inspire you. Together, we are not just collectors. We are treasure hunters, truth seekers, and guardians of history's secrets. Stay with me, because this journey is not finished. We still have coins ahead that will shock you even more. Coins so rare and so valuable that you will not believe your ears. If coin number 7 amazed you, then you must see what comes next. Coin number 8. Welcome back, treasure hunters, rare coin lovers, and loyal family of Secrets of US Coins. You already know this is not just another coin channel. This is the heartbeat of the coin collecting world. Here, every story we share is fresh, faithful, and full of suspense. Here, you learn the truths others are too afraid to tell you. And here, every coin we uncover can turn from a simple piece of metal into a life-changing treasure. Today, prepare yourself once again, because what you are about to hear will awaken your collector's soul. We are climbing higher and higher into the realm of rarest Kennedy half dollars, and with each step, the value grows, the suspense builds, and the treasures shine brighter than ever before. Now, it's time to talk about coin number 8, the Kennedy half dollar from 1968, with the Denver D mint mark, a black-shaded beauty in circulated condition, a coin that has stunned collectors worldwide. To truly understand its magic, let's take a journey back to 1968. By this time, America had already shifted away from 90% silver coinage. The Kennedy half dollars from 1965 through 1970 were made of a special 40% silver composition, still holding on to their precious metal heritage, but no longer struck with the same richness as the 1964 originals. The year 1968 was also historic, because mint marks made their grand return after being absent since 1965. So once again, you could tell where a coin was struck. In this case, the D mint mark proudly represents Denver. Now, here's where it gets even more fascinating. While millions of Kennedy halves were minted in 1968 with D, almost all of them were heavily circulated, beaten up, and stripped of their original beauty. But among this ocean of ordinary coins, a few survivors rise above the rest, and our coin is one of them. This example, with its black shade and beautiful look even in circulated condition, carries an aura of mystery. That deep, natural dark toning doesn't take away from the coin's beauty. It enhances it, giving it a unique character that collectors dream about. It almost feels like the coin itself is telling you it has traveled through time, seen decades pass, and yet it still shines with dignity. The unique features of this coin are what set it apart. First, the Denver Mint mark in 1968 signifies not just where it was struck, but also the return of an old tradition after years of absence. That small letter D holds big weight in the hearts of collectors. Second, the 40% silver composition ensures that this is not just a coin, but a piece of precious metal history, tangible wealth in your hand. Third, the black-toned beauty makes this particular specimen a one-of-a-kind treasure. Coins that develop this kind of shade, while still holding sharp details, are cherished by collectors because they are unlike any other. Every shade, every tone, every mark makes it unique, like a fingerprint. But the story doesn't stop there. The rarity of this coin in the collector's market is skyrocketing. Circulated Kennedy halves from 1968D are common in worn, unattractive form, but when you find one with charm, with eye appeal, with character like this, you're no longer talking about pocket change. You're talking about a rare gem that collectors fight for, that auctions highlight, and that investors chase with passion. And now, let's talk about what you've been waiting for, the value. Brace yourself, because the Kennedy half-dollar 1968D black shade, beautiful circulated condition is currently valued at a jaw-dropping $153,500. Yes, $153,500 for a coin that once passed from hand to hand for a mere 50 cents. This is not imagination, not fiction, but today's reality. And let me promise you this, the market value of this treasure is not standing still. It is climbing day by day, auction by auction, deal by deal. This coin is not just worth money, it is worth fortune. It is not less than holding a treasure chest in your very hand. And mark my words, if you are fortunate enough to own one, you are sitting on a wealth that will only grow richer with time. That is the magic of rare coins. They are more than metal. They are investments of the soul, treasures of history, and vaults of fortune. And I tell you this with absolute truth. This price I am sharing with you is current, it is fresh, and it is faithful. The market today confirms it. And tomorrow this coin will demand even more. Now let me give collectors a faithful tip. If you are hunting Kennedy half-dollars, always check the 1968D pieces. Most will look ordinary, but occasionally you'll come across one that has that special look, that toning, that charm, that detail that makes your heart beat faster. That is your signal. Don't dismiss it. Don't overlook it. Because in that moment, you may be staring at a treasure disguised as a common coin. And let me tell you, treasures like these do not announce themselves. They whisper, they hide, they wait for the trained eye to see them. In conclusion, the 1968 with D. Kennedy half-dollar, with its black shade, beautiful look, and circulated condition is not a weak coin, not a common piece, but a rare masterpiece. The value of $153,500 It proves once again that treasures exist all around us, hidden in change, waiting in collections, and rising like stars in auctions. This is the kind of coin that transforms lives, the kind of coin that makes collectors believe in miracles, the kind of coin that keeps this hobby alive with passion. And this is why Secrets of US Coins is here for you, faithful, fresh, and trustworthy every single day. Because the world of rare coins is not just about collecting, it is about unlocking treasures, gaining knowledge, and sharing in a journey that can change your life forever. Stay with me, my friends, because the next coins we uncover may be even rarer, even more shocking, and even more valuable than what you have just seen. Treasure hunt continues. Coin number 9. Welcome back, my friends, to Secrets of US Coins, the most faithful, trusted, and thrilling home of rare coin discoveries on YouTube. Every single day, we unlock mysteries that turn ordinary-looking coins into legendary treasures. And today, you are about to witness one of the most jaw-dropping, suspense-filled journeys into the world of Kennedy half dollars, where a 50-cent piece can rise to become a treasure worth more than most could even dream of. Now, we have already explored coins of incredible beauty, shocking rarity, and unimaginable value, but the excitement does not end here. In fact, it only grows stronger with every step forward. And as we reach coin number 9 in today's lineup, prepare yourself for a story that will shake your heart, excite your mind, and open your eyes to the power of hidden treasures. Yes, coin number 9 is none other than the 1974 Kennedy half dollar, without mint mark, in very fine condition. And let me tell you, what seems like an ordinary year, what looks like just another piece of pocket change, actually hides one of the most extraordinary stories of the entire Kennedy half dollar series. Let's rewind the clock and step into history. The year is 1974. The world is still feeling the shadow of the Vietnam War. America is facing political turbulence with the looming Watergate scandal, and yet, in the midst of all this, the U.S. Mint continues to strike coins that carry the legacy of John F. Kennedy. The half dollar, introduced in 1964 to honor the fallen president, had already become a national symbol of pride, memory, and hope. By 1974, these coins were no longer silver. The silver had been stripped away after 1970. Instead, they were clad in copper and nickel, a new standard for American coinage. Now here comes the twist. Most 1974 Kennedy half dollars carry a mint mark, a little letter D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But some examples from Philadelphia carry no mint mark at all. And that is exactly what makes our coin today so special. It comes without mint mark, a silent signature of the Philadelphia Mint, and in very fine condition, it stands out as a survivor of history, a coin that has traveled through time, yet still carries its sharpness, its design, its power. What makes this coin so unique is not just the absence of the mint mark, but the way it represents a hidden gem within millions of ordinary strikes. While most collectors overlook the 1974 half dollar, the truth is that fine condition, no mint mark examples with strong eye appeal are far rarer than people realize. They are not just coins, they are treasures disguised in plain sight. Let's talk about the features. On the obverse, you see the bold, noble profile of President John F. Kennedy, a face that symbolizes courage, leadership, and tragedy all at once. The date, 1974, rests below, anchoring the coin in a pivotal year of American history. On the reverse, the iconic presidential seal, the eagle with its wings spread wide, shield upon its chest, arrows, and olive branch in its talons, a design that speaks of America's enduring power. But here's the secret. Without a mint mark, this coin carries a subtle uniqueness, a silent difference that elevates it above the ordinary. Collectors know one simple truth. Rarity is not just about how many were made, but about how many survive in desirable condition. And here's the catch. The 1974 no mint mark Kennedy half-dollar in very fine condition is a coin that collectors chase with fire in their hearts. Most examples are worn flat, unattractive, and ignored. But a coin like this, with detail, with character, with history embedded into every strike, that is something entirely different. And now, the moment of truth, the value. Hold your breath, because this coin, this simple half-dollar without mint mark, is currently commanding a market value of $145,500. Yes, you heard me right. $145,500. That is not just money. That is a treasure chest. That is fortune in your pocket. That is the kind of wealth that transforms overnight. And let me assure you, the price I am sharing with you is absolutely current, fresh from today's auction markets. And the demand is climbing higher every single day. Tomorrow, next week, next month, this treasure will only become more valuable. This is not fiction, not exaggeration. This is the truth of today's rare coin market. Think about that for a moment. A coin struck in 1974, a coin that has passed through hands, through time, through history, is now worth more than some people earn in years. And yet, it hides in plain sight. That is the beauty, the magic, the miracle of coin collecting. Now let me give you a tip, faithful collectors. Always check your Kennedy halves from the 1970s. Especially 1974. Look closely. Examine the mint marks. Sometimes the greatest treasures are the ones without marks at all. And remember this, condition matters. A very fine condition coin can take you from holding loose change to holding a priceless artifact of history. Keep your eyes sharp, your passion alive, and your patience steady, because treasures like this are out there waiting for you. In conclusion, the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark, in very fine condition, is no ordinary coin. It is a symbol of history, a product of America's changing times, and above all, a treasure that today commands a price of $145,500. This is not just wealth, this is legacy, this is fortune. This is proof that miracles are hidden all around us, waiting for those who dare to look closer. Here on Secrets of US Coins, we are faithful to bringing you the freshest discoveries, the most powerful truths, and the rarest treasures of the numismatic world. We are not just a channel, we are a family of seekers, collectors, and believers in hidden riches. Stay with us, because the next coin we reveal could be the key that unlocks your own treasure chest. Coin number 10. Welcome, my dear treasure hunters, faithful collectors, and lovers of hidden riches, to the final chapter of today's breathtaking journey here on Secrets of US Coins. If you've stayed with us until now, you already know. This is not just a channel. This is not just a video. This is a vault of truth, a gateway into a world where ordinary coins turn into legendary treasures. We've uncovered some astonishing rarities today, each more shocking than the last. But now, as we arrive at coin number 10, I promise you, the suspense, the thrill, the treasure reaches its absolute peak. Because coin number 10 is not just another Kennedy half-dollar. Number This coin is a symbol of history, of tragedy, of rarity, and of unimaginable fortune. And when I tell you its story, you'll realize that holding this coin is like holding a piece of America's soul. Yes, friends, coin number 10 is the Kennedy half-dollar of 1964, without mint mark, bearing black spots and worn by time, in dirty condition, yet rare beyond belief. Let's travel back to the year 1964. The United States was in mourning. The nation had lost its young, vibrant president, John F. Kennedy, in a tragedy that shook the world in November of 1963. Within weeks, the United States. Mint began designing a coin to honor him, and by early 1964, the Kennedy half-dollar was born. For the very first time, Americans could hold in their hands a coin that carried the face of their fallen leader. This was not just currency. It was a memorial, a national keepsake, a symbol of love and remembrance. And here is where the magic begins. The 1964 Kennedy half-dollar was the only year struck in 90% silver, a composition that collectors would forever cherish. Millions were made, yes, but here's the truth most people don't realize. Many were hoarded, melted, lost, or simply disappeared over time. And the few that survive today, with unique characteristics such as the absence of a mint mark and rare, unusual conditions, are treasures that stand far above the rest. Now let's focus on this particular example. Without a mint mark, we know this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the birthplace of countless American treasures. And though it may not shine in perfect proof-like luster, though it carries black spots, dirt, and signs of circulation, it is precisely this that makes it so captivating. This coin tells a story. Every spot, every mark, every stain is not damage, it is history. It is proof that this coin lived through decades, touched countless lives, and survived the test of time to land here before us today. Collectors crave uniqueness, and this coin has it all. The dirty condition, the black spotting, the absence of a mint mark, and the fact that it belongs to the very first year of issue, all combine to create a piece of numismatic magic. For collectors, this isn't just about beauty. It's about character. It's about holding a survivor, a piece that carries the scars of history yet still commands respect and awe. And now, let me reveal the part that makes your heart race and your mind spin. The current market value of this 1964 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark, in this rare condition, is an earth-shaking $160,500. Yes, you heard me correctly. $160,500. That is not just a price. That is a fortune, a treasure chest, a once-in-a-lifetime discovery that could change everything. And let me assure you, with full faith and truth, this price is absolutely current. These are not outdated numbers. This is today's reality, this very moment in the auction market. And guess what? The demand is exploding. Day by day, week by week, the value of this treasure is climbing. This is not fiction. This is not exaggeration. This is the living truth of the rare coin world. And if you are lucky enough to find one, you are holding more than a coin. You are holding destiny. Think of it this way. This coin, born in tragedy, minted in memory and aged through decades, now transforms into a treasure so immense, it makes you feel like you've discovered gold hidden in the earth. It is no less than a big treasure, and to hold one is to carry big money, powerful fortune, and unshakable pride right in your pocket. For my fellow collectors, here is my heartfelt tip. Never overlook the 1964 Kennedy half-dollars. They may appear common at first glance, but the truth is, within them lies rarity of the highest order. Look for no mint marks. Look for unusual conditions, even black spots, tarnishes, or dirty appearances. These so-called imperfections can sometimes be the very features that elevate your coin into legendary status. The first year of issue is always special, but when combined with rarity, uniqueness, and collector demand, it becomes unstoppable. So, in conclusion, my friends, the 1964 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark, black spots, and in dirty condition is not a weakness, not a flaw, but a glory of the numismatic world. Today, it stands proudly with a market value of $160,500, and tomorrow it may rise even higher. This coin is proof that even from loss and tragedy, beauty, rarity, and fortune can emerge. It is proof that treasures live all around us, waiting to be discovered. And as we close today's journey of 10 extraordinary coins, remember this: Secrets of US Coins is not just a channel. It is your faithful companion, your trusted source, your daily update on the world of treasures. We are here every day, uncovering the truths others miss, sharing the discoveries others hide, and bringing you closer to the fortune you seek.